Hey y'all, Kevin here, and this is Pure Reviews, where I review all kinds of products. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And in particular, if you find this video useful or helpful, be sure to hit that like button before you go. Maybe even leave a comment that simply says thanks. Really helps out the channel a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. So today's product is available on Amazon. I've included a link in the description, and I'll take you directly to the product page where you can see the current price point, see if it's on sale, all that lovely information. But what is it? It is a stainless steel drinking fountain for your pets, in particular cats or small dogs. Absolutely love this because of the stainless steel aspect of it. So this was sent over by a company called FEELNEEDY. It's going to come in this little box right here. Once you open it up, naturally you're going to get a user manual and just a little pamphlet that tells you how to do a deep clean of it. We're going to go over all the features right here in the video. Now you are also going to get a USB to USB Type-C cable here. This is if you want to power up the battery, or if you want to leave it plugged in all the time. You just need a little USB wall outlet or an adapter if you're going to have it plugged in all the time. Now, the second thing, you're going to also get this little cleaning brush. This is if you want to clean inside the little pump spigot part. Just great for a little nice deep clean to get in there. Then, as you can see, here is the drinking fountain itself. So it is a nice little size. As you can see, the base here is made out of a stainless steel, and the little reservoir bowl here is also made out of a stainless steel, which makes it super easy to clean, and there's no like pores or anything for those bacteria to get into for your little loved one. Now, to give you an idea of the size of this here, it is about 8.5 inches wide. It's about 8 inches in depth, and then it's about 5 inches tall to the top of the mechanism or the bowl here. And then to the top of the pump, it's about an additional 1.5 inches in height. So let's go over the pump itself. So as you can see, it can be removed very easy. Just pull straight out. You're gonna have on the back side is the USB-C plug. That is where you can utilize this to plug it in all the time, or if you want to go ahead and use that battery. It does have a 4,000 mAh battery. What does that mean? If you have it on the auto mode, you're gonna get about 45 days out of this. Now that is gonna depend slightly depending on how often the motion sensor is going off. There is 3 different modes that you can utilize, which is gonna basically extend that battery life if you wish. And we're gonna go over those here in a minute. So as you can see, the pump is down here in the bottom. It has a little plastic tube here. You can remove this so it's all can be easily cleaned. Same thing with the little plug in here for the power. You can easily remove that so it can be clean. There is a little sponge part in the intake. Once again, that can be removed. If you ever want to replace a sponge, you can get those anywhere. Just cut it to size and then slide it on in. And then on the front part, you have the little spigot here. That's where the water's going to come out. And then you're going to notice the little kind of white part, that is the motion sensor. It detects about 5 feet away, so it's not too far, but if you do have it in a high traffic area, note it's gonna go off a lot more when you're walking by it. And then on the top, you're gonna have all the controls right there. So in the middle, you have basically the power button to turn on, and then we'll go over the controls themselves. So the first control, it's gonna have a timer option. The timer option is basically gonna run for 20 seconds, and then it'll be off for 15 minutes. If your pet comes up to it and it's not running, no big deal. The reservoir itself on the top holds plenty of water so they can easily drink. And all that timer is doing is basically cycling the water. So if your cat or your dog doesn't like to drink necessarily from the water coming out of the spigot, that's going to be a great mode for you because it's probably going to be one of the most energy efficient ones. Then you're going to have the sensor mode. That is really the mode that I typically always use, and that's going to trigger whenever your pet approaches the sensor. Like I said, it's going to pick you up about 5 feet away. So once they come up, it's going to automatically turn on and start flowing that water. It's going to run for about 20 seconds, and then it will turn off until the motion detects again, essentially. Then you're going to have your continuous mode. So if you just want this constantly circling water, you can do that. Just note that you have to have it plugged in all the time. It will not do the continuous mode off the battery because it just drains the battery too fast. So that is got to be plugged in if you are utilizing that. Now let's go over the actual tank itself. So first off, everything is super easy to clean, and because it is stainless steel, obviously you can also toss this into the dishwasher to do a deep clean if you wish. Just make sure, obviously, to remove the pump itself. So the first removable part is the actual basin that holds the water. Once again, all stainless steel, comes out itself, has 3 little slats down here at the end. That's where the water will go into the next little section. This is basically the in-between stage. This is made out of plastic, and the water's gonna fall here and then go to the filter. There is, the way this is designed, which is kind of a cool little feature here, is when you are looking at it as a snapshot, you will notice that you can see the filter on the backside, which is kind of cool because you can see if there's like food particles or hair or anything collecting down there, which means you can basically do it another little kind of deep clean. Now the filter changing out, it's really going to depend on how many cats you have, how dirty it gets. I typically change it out once a month. But you can do like once every 3 months. It's kind of up to you. The filter part, it's basically this long little section here. You got an active charcoal and active filter part. The only complaint with this is, you know, necessarily all the water is not evenly going through these 2 sections. But it's, you know, it's basically just to kind of remove odors and flavors. And more importantly, the foam part here is really to collect food particles. That's kind of the main thing that I look at it as, because we also give them water from the fridge, which is already filtered. But this is fully removable, fully easily to wash once again. And then you're gonna have the main reservoir itself. So as you can see, this thing is quite large. This can hold 3.2 liters of water, or about 108 ounces. So you're gonna get basically, depending on how many cats you have, you're gonna basically get a week's out of this. So if you do go out of town for the weekend and you're leaving your cat at home, you're gonna be good because you've got that automatic pump. So if power even goes out, it's still gonna be able to run because of the battery, and you got plenty of storage. And you'll notice there is a little view window right here at the front, so it does tell you basically how much water is in there at a snapshot, which is another nice little feature of it. And like I said, everything's dishwasher safe too, so it makes cleanup of this thing is super, super easy, which is one of the aspects that I love about it. But overall, like I said, if you are looking for a great little pet fountain for your furry one, this one is totally worth checking out. If there's something I haven't quite covered that you're a little curious about, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do typically respond to those. That is it till the next video. You guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really, really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.